public comment, whatever you want to call it. Last week, something happened that I hope will never happen in any level of government or private sector again. My assistant, Kathy Wingfoot, was in her office and at 20 to 4 was asked to come into Commissioner Ambrosini's office. What took place there, I can't answer because I wasn't there. But I can tell you that when I spoke with Kathy, she was hysterical. She was intimidated. She was harassed, even though in the form you may look at the harassment in a different form. She also was asked questions that, quite frankly, all they had to do was ask me. But for some reason, and I say this with respect, Commissioner, and maybe I'd love to have one too, but you seem to have your own personal assistant within the media. And I think that's wrong, and I do intend to go over to the newspaper today, because I asked clearly if you need any other comments. Lo and behold, Sunday they're talking about ethics complaint violation. Well, not only do we intend to file ethics complaint violations based on his actions, there will also be EOC charges filed pursuant to his action. No individual, commissioner or otherwise, should put somebody through that level of interrogation, especially when they show signs of tears or sadness like now. Nobody should do that. Not only do you owe her an apology, but I hope she seeks the recourse that's provided to her. Because she's a good lady, she's a good person, and as I always say, what she lacks in typing skills, she makes up with, because she's got a beautiful heart, and everybody loves her. So, Commissioner, I would hope that the next time you want to call, or you have your reporter, and I say your reporter because she is your reporter.
Amen.
That you want to you come talk to me. Make a motion to adjourn.
No.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to go out on a bang, you know.
You ain't getting away that easy.
I'm sorry. I was just wondering.
Oh, no.
Take the gavel.
You said you knew I wanted to speak, and then you.
I forgot. I apologize. My bad. Go ahead. Sorry.
Public comment. And I have two questions. One, we never did finish the bit about the intervention motion presented by Mrs. Hyde. She said you concluded with the fact that she was authorized by John Cupp. Well, I know John Cupp, and John Cupp wouldn't do that on his own. Somebody had to order him or give him authorization to have Mrs. Hyde do what she did. So I'd like to know is where did the authorization come from originally? Nobody knows. Nobody gave him authorization. How did it occur?
I'm sorry, Mr. Roger. I apologize. I was looking at Kathy, wanting her to calm down. What authorization would recap?
We went to court.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
Because a motion of intervention was presented by Mr.
And it was signed off. It was signed off.
Hyde. She said she was authorized by John Cupp.
It was actually a pre-trial matter between the zoning hearing board and the person who was
Okay, well, whatever.
The two authorizing
She
entities.
said she was authorized by John Cupp. I want to know who authorized John Cupp.
there is an outstanding agreement of sale signed by two commissioners, so it would be common for the county to participate in the proceeding.
Mm.
If that's the
How
case-
now, Brown County, do we do? I recall Well, the windmills, and Commissioner Zimmerling, will you acknowledge, we both had to sign off on the windmills in order for them to continue with the challenge. So,
If it was just a matter of practice of the sale, then why was it on the agenda?
Yeah.
If you didn't need
I asked her to be taken.
Something
But,
you're
but you, but, okay. You filed a motion to intervene on the Hovannik versus, CHB, and that was done over a month ago. And it was only asked of us to address it, last week.
That's when I became aware of it.
And then also, you filed a motion to intervene on the Chris versus CHB. According to the individual, after the Monday.
The judge felt that it would be best if it seemed to was filed for those actions rather than
I was there and I didn't hear the judge say that. That was for the joining. This isn't about the judge, this is about the approval. Who gave approval for you to file the motion to intervene on Chris versus CHB, which you did on Monday. And then on Tuesday, it was placed on the agenda. Who gave you that? To do that on Monday.
no one, I did not speak to any individual commissioners on the first or second.
Did you speak, okay, he said she spoke with none of us three, okay? But did you get the direction from, the chief solicitor?
And his suggestion was just that the ballot petition would be so that we could keep the rest of the matter, not so that we could.
Okay. Do you know if, chief solicitor John Cox spoke, with any of the three commissioners
I don't know.
on that?
But I did ask.
Solicitor John Cox did not say that.
Hey, text them now. We had to do that any other time.
Solicitor John Cox did not, and I did not discuss that. Commissioner Zappas, did you and Solicitor John Cox discuss any matter of, about the motion? On
negative,
either case?
negative.
Okay. Commissioner Ambrosini, we did not.
What you're saying,
Then how'd you-
it's just on its own.
Was there a signature by any member of this board authorizing the intervention?
You just heard from all three of us that none of us, had a discussion with Attorney John Cox requesting.
It's costing us money. It's costing Terry Chris money.
The action is against the zoning hearing. I know that.
But they're filing an appeal. Of course they're costing. They know that.
Yeah, but the thing is,
It is
somebody.
costing them money because they hired an attorney.
Cheryl don't care, Ralph. Cheryl don't care if you spend money.
They got-
The action is against the zoning hearing.
What I'm trying to get at is, who gave who the authority to do this?
Nobody.
This is a motion to intervene. It is the county filing the motion to intervene on this case.
It takes a
Those,
majority.
the Chris's have an attorney and they're paying, and the Hovannik, Mazza, and the other one is paying, and that's what their statement is, that they now are having to pay an attorney to respond to the county's motion to intervene, okay? And their argument here is that none of the commissioners even said to file the, motion, and it came from Solicitor John.
They were rogue and did it on their own, or let me finish. Or they're gonna stand on a grenade. They're covering for Alba, both of them. Both.
I just asked solicitor a question, and and I'm giving her an opportunity to answer. Go ahead.
After the agenda meeting became clear
Yes.
that the commission did not.
That's correct. Yeah, I'm not
So are
covering
you
for
going to?
anything.
I didn't say that, Commissioner.
So are you going to withdraw the county's motion to intervene? Okay.
But
and then you got your answer.
She's gonna withdraw the
She's
county's
gonna withdraw.
motion and
Here
me.
you go. See, you have to take some time and I asked the pertinent question. She just answered. She said she has no direction. You just heard from three of us that we gave no direction. Commissioner Solicitor Hyde is going to
Withdraw.
withdraw the motion to intervene on both actions.
You won't comment in time unless
Good.
take the action now.
And you know, it's a real shame that I was just billed for this yesterday for the wordage and verbiage of this intervention. So today, all of a sudden, we're gonna wash it away for two people who had no authority to do any of it. So no repercussions again for Cup and Hyde, just do what we want and spin some legalese on the dumb public on why
Well,
we did it.
I
There
gotta
should be
tell you,
repercussions.
I gotta tell you, I got a question. Cheryl, you're saying that you and John Cup acted on your own in filing this. I don't buy into that. You're too good.
Thank you,
You're too good of an attorney.
thank you. I agree, Commissioner.
I don't,
They're both taking a grenade for Al.
my second question
We
is,
haven't heard from the solicitor cop. So
Conveniently not here today.
go ahead, Mr. Jones.
my second question is, you're forever creating jobs. I call them political chaos. And, the time that you're doing this, you have vacancies that you haven't filled. It makes no sense. Take the treasurer's office. For almost 3 years now, there's been a vacancy in the treasurer's office. And there's people in that office who are non-union doing union work. Why the union hasn't jumped the guns, I don't know.
They have the union did file a grievance. This has been a ping-pong episode. Unfortunately, the treasurer's office, she being told to come down here, which she should have never been told that. And then she was also told to go to the salary board, which she should have never been
And
told.
that was my mistake.
It was a matter of simply funding that line item. It has been taken care of, those line items, right, as of last week. Is that correct?
That's good.
Okay. And she should have never been,
You have a controller's office where you have a deputy controller doing the controller's job. And commenders for it. Still, the lady is doing two jobs. Do you have heard something? Third thing I wanted to on is, what occurred in your office. I think that a long time ago, my person said to me, about you. They knew that I didn't like them to speak. Didn't. And the man said to me, he says, Quincy City is on the two paths. I have to agree. You're surpassing so badly that takes a lady like Kathy Winkler, one of the nicest people anybody's ever subject her to over 2 hours of persecution beyond my comprehension. I can't understand how a human being can do that for a human being for no other reason than to try to hurt someone. That is unconscious. You must have, I don't know, I just can't, I can't beyond my comprehension, how a person can do that.
Mr. Mazza, it was politically calculated, and I anticipate there'll be more politically calculated moves. Kathy did not deserve it. I mean, a simple phone call to me would have answered the question, who was the guy that picked up the blueprints? I said it was Mitch Brosick from Morgantown. I met with him Monday coincidentally, and, we were talking about a project in Germany. I bought him and his partners to be a four-family lunch down at Riz's, that sort of thing. So all they had to do was ask me. To put her in that position was using, it's an abuse of authority, in my personal opinion. I mean, I know it's not, gonna be written that way.
I can't understand how Patty Arter could let herself be used as an instrument of persecution.
From day one.
Patty's a good lady, Patty's a good person, and I have all, I'm a little troubled by what happened, but that doesn't change the fact that I think she's a good person. I think maybe she's a bit misguided based on something, but, I hope that it never happens again. I hope that we do things, this is about being a leader. This is about ironing our differences out to come up with a compromise in order to make lives better for Fayette County. This is not about who could hurt the other the most, because, quite frankly, that's just, that's not God's will.
Well, I think, opportunity, yeah, people, treatment of the same people. I think, this, I think it's, I don't think we can tolerate, and I personally think, first of all, it was called for his resignation as chair. I think he should resign as county commissioner, because he certainly doesn't fulfill my idea of what county commissioner should be. He's not, I don't think he's a very good person. First of all, you can't believe the word. I think you should resign.
My name is Lois. Mr. Anderson, now I'm asking you a question. How does it feel to be sitting here and be segregated and harassed for hours and hours on end?
Right.
How does it feel? How do you feel? Out here and throwing questions at you and bombarding you and ambushing you with questions. It doesn't feel so great. This woman here does not deserve to be treated like some animal in a cage. Every one of you have assistants. Would you allow your assistant to be handled that way? Mrs. Nibley, would you allow your assistant to be handled that way? Well, would you if you have one? The point of it is, these assistants are assistants. They're not commissioners. And if you weren't man enough to go in as your fellow commissioner to do what you needed to do, this woman did not deserve this. She shouldn't have to sit in her office now and be humiliated and have her door closed and people harass her. How does she perform her job? How is she expected to perform her job on a daily basis? You owe her a public apology. Yeah, you need to get your checkbook out and you need to write this woman a check because you owe her. You owe her. And anything that's discredited you, whether it's legally or whatever, you deserve. You deserve it all. But how does it feel to be sitting there and be harassed, but in a newspaper here and it's on your terms? How does it feel? How does it feel?
Well, we're kind of used to it, so.
This past weekend, Veterans Office held their annual picnic for the veterans. I have to say, this was the best picnic so far. They held it out at the MS. So I just want to say kudos to the doctor and their staff. I came to Fayette County 62 years ago. And I was never, in now, you could have went down to bed kind of history. People in the back, constantly lie to them, if you lie about, oh, we're gonna have a meeting in this room in 10 minutes. Yeah, right. No meeting. So lie about 6 little things about a meeting. Plus all the big stuff. Go on your own and you decide that I'm the county commissioner and I say do this and everybody should bow down and do this. Because I say so. And instead of you being revered by the people because you work for them and do the right thing for the people of the county, you made enemies of every citizen in this county. You made them your enemy. And you have nobody to blame but yourself. Because first place, I don't think you understand what a public servant is. I don't think you have this much idea about what a county commissioner can and cannot do. You don't follow the sunshine laws, you don't follow your own ordinances, you don't follow your own resolutions. You just decide to go off on your own and do your thing. You ignore your two comrades there. You don't have any more power than Princess and Randy. The only thing you have is you get $1,000 extra for being the chairman and conducting the meeting. And you can't even conduct the meeting properly. So you blew it out. You really blew it. You could have been this big savior of the county by doing the right thing and working for the people. But you turn up your nose. You look down at women. You really have an attitude with women. You don't like women. And you show it all the time. It's amazing to me. You told me I bought it. I'm sorry, I bought it and I voted for him. But you have to be pretty dumb to do that. You're no commissioner. You're no commissioner. You're a sorry excuse for a person trying to act. And I don't know who's back to you pushing your button
Timmy,
or whatever.
Timmy,
Agreed. Agreed, you got them wrong. Like I said, the people looking to you to save your town. You're a big disappointment. We're going to say goodbye to you.
Clearance rate? I don't know. Oh, I have no idea. calls, at times they have a higher number. It's not something I'm proud of. We put them in, these like little molded cart with like kayak looking things. And that basically acts as the bed. So that's how that number can fluctuate. And it's no way for a human being to have to.
You're not asking, right? You're asking the
About the
discrepancy in
numbers.
the number. Okay?
That
So,
could have a role.
so, would you read what it said? 249 inmates in health, okay? And then what's the discrepancy? So 249 is in March, is that? Okay, when he says in-house, then that would mean he was reporting it at the time of the meeting. So that would have been, he was given a population report during the prison board meeting. And that's a population report, it's for that period of time. So when, so if he said it was 249, that's his number. That is how many were in-house. Okay? Now, where did you get the 265?
That was the question.
Then it, then the
Yeah.
another month.
We also opened the
Is
third
that, is
floor.
that answer?
And also, they opened the third floor to add for additional female. They said afterwards, I think we'll go.
Wait a minute, so what the,
The APO, might have that, statistically, I know that when we applied last year, the year before, we attempted to apply for the United States Department of Justice. However, we were not able to, apply for said grant because we didn't have a grip on our recidivism rate. And that was one of the criteria. This program was a job training program to try to assist inmates from the period of their incarceration, train them throughout, and then as they exit, then but they have job skills to go out and hopefully get a job, the American dream, so to speak. So,
It should be.
I
is
have,
any,
have a list of jail laws. It's redacted, so. Good.
Oh, then
2 hours.
they could wait for you to
We
leave.
have a
Too bad.
Too
I
bad.
have a-
Too bad.
Two quick questions. First of all, who tipped off the Herald Standard about Thanksgiving the prison plans out?
Sir,
I'd like to have an answer on that. And the second one is, why did the Herald Standard have to file a right to know to get that information?
Sir, if I may, I gave out the plans because A,
No, I
I'm
understand
hard
that.
pressed to get the information.
I just
I
wanted
wanted
the
to
Herald Standard
gain
off.
some knowledge from somebody in the industry. It wasn't like, this wasn't the second gunman on the grassy knoll.
I'm not accusing, I'm just curious.
I don't know
Who
who
made the
did.
phone call to the newspaper?
He did the right thing.
Nobody did.
And we pay for those plans anyway, it's the people's
Why
plans.
does the Herald Standard have to file a right to know to get the video?
How'd they get them so quickly? You can't get.
We got the video.
Right.
Nobody knows. You don't know.
I'm looking into it. Yeah.
Mr. Schiffbauer, ask Amy, she's right there.
Amy, who filed the right to know? I mean, why do they have to file a right to know? To get the-
Who did it?
So that was filed because of a particular reason? I mean, all I have to do is
I'm
ask.
not permitted to ask.
What's
Who
wrong?
took off the Herald Standard? That was- I just wanted, that's all. Thank you. I'll be quick, I understand.
I'm just letting the public know.
Well, I'm glad the two co-conspirators left the meeting, so, Mr. Commissioner Zadatowski, Commissioner Ambrosini, Commissioner Zimmerman, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Number one, and I'm glad because those two don't know the answers, maybe the control. Yeah, I'd appreciate, how much money is spent estimated so far on this prison fiasco.